So I have something a little different for you guys today. I've been thinking about doing some different things on my channel and just kind of experimenting with some notes in my journal on what I could make a little more interesting, what kind of content I'm interested personally. And to be honest with you, I found that I absolutely love looking at books and reading book reviews before I get them. So I thought, why not like upgrade that and make like video book reviews? So I thought I was like one of the first people to do this, of course, me being in that kind of a mind frame, whatever. But my first book review is going to be one that I really thought was super interesting, and it totally goes with my niche on my channel and just is so aesthetic for what kind of like, well, basically what I'm interested in. And that's kind of what makes, I don't know, YouTube reviews or just YouTubers interesting in general, is that they're so organically open. They're like, this is how I feel, blah. And it's like, okay, I dig you. I have a certain amount of respect for the fact that you can tell me how you feel. So this first book is called The Wicked Deep by Shea Earnshaw. I hope I am saying that right, but it's pretty like easy to pronounce. I just want to say first off that I look at everything with the book. I look at what type of paper they use, how much effort they put into the artwork. I look at the biography and stuff on the inside about, or on the back usually, or on the inside or the back couple of pages about the author. I want to get to know the author a little bit before I kind of delve into their world. I also look up previous work. I don't really look up like if it's on the best selling list or anything like that, because I don't really like believe in that stuff. It's all just a game. So basically I just go with that before I pick out a book. Then I read the first couple pages of a book, you know, just the first
few pages.
About that far before I really make a decision in the store if I want to buy it or not. And then pretty much after that, I will go home and I have like this whole ritual pretty much of how I like to open a brand new book. I love the smell of a brand new book, and I don't know if you guys like going to Barnes & Noble just for the coffee smell and the book smell, but that is like so my jam. Ugh. So I just want to move in and show you guys kind of like the artwork. You guys can kind of see it has an iridescent shine, and I just want to point out some key objects in the cover front artwork here. It's got a crescent moon, and it's got tree branches with stars and a crow on, I believe, I'm not sure what element that, or what plant that is, sorry. Then obviously we have our pentagram right there. And in the back, it lacks luster in the back, but I mean, it's really expensive probably to print these, especially being if it is a first copy or not, or anything like that. So basically I kind of want to go into a brief summary of the story. Take a breath, grab some snacks. So I just want to let you guys know that there might be some spoilers, so if you are currently reading The Wicked Deep by Shea Earnshaw, I definitely would say click off now and watch this video later. Leave a comment below saying that you're also reading the book and let me know how you feel about it so far. But if you're not reading the book and you just don't like spoilers, I would say just maybe this video isn't for you, and I would check out some of the other linked videos in my description box below. Maybe you would find something of interest there. But basically what I'm going to go into now, like I said, brief summary of just the storyline. So I'm going to start talking about some major characters. There's 3 witches that are dated back in the story in the past that were killed and pretty much drowned in a lake. Okay, so those characters are very, very important. And I'm not going to go into names because I want you guys to discover it all on your own and everything like that. But there's also one main character who's a young woman. So these witches that were murdered come back every single summer, right before the summer solstice, to take lives for pretty much revenge purposes. They were murdered when the witch hunts were going on, and it describes it in such a way that it makes you really kind of feel like you're also being drowned, which is a really good way for the author to pretty much just paint that picture. I will say that the book itself was a little bit disturbing on some levels, and I'll get into that. And it tied into sort of a love story along with this horror and suspense story. In the end, pretty much nobody wins, really. I mean, it's kind of this sad love is lost but love is gained, and memories are just sort of like forgiven, and in the end it's kind of okay. But how I felt about one certain thing that I'm going to be honest with you guys about is my my honest opinion about the book overall. So all the good things that I just mentioned, they're still great things. Don't discredit those. Don't take my opinion for face value when you could also have your own opinion on this book. But I'm just going to say that my overall opinion about this book is not very great. One, because I'm a practicing Wiccan in 2018, and the way that the witches were described in this book, they were trying to paint a picture, but I also felt super offended with some things. I thought that the book itself was just obviously maybe not my age group, and I probably should have read a little more inside of the store. I'm not gonna lie, when I bought this book at Barnes & Noble, I was in a rush. It was like a birthday book that I wanted to go pick up, and I didn't really get to do my whole ritual and read like that many pages. I just kind of read the back in like 1 or 2 pages, and that was it. Usually I'll have like a coffee before I buy the book, and I'll just like really make sure that I want to spend, I don't even know how much was it, $18 on this book. So, I just want to make sure that when I'm buying something, I'm really going to enjoy it, because I really don't like it when I get a book and I realize that I've spent the money and I've thrown away the receipt and I don't like it. That is one of the most unnerving things to me. But I will also link something for you that I'm not done talking about, and you'll have to see and wait till the end. So let's move back to the story. We'll get to that. I just felt that it could have been so much more. The story was really cool, how the witches came back and there was like this love story, and they hunt specifically boys, and it was this weird, confusing, just eerie thing, and the way things were described, it could have used a lot more sprucing. But then again, this is probably a preteen book, and I was just in the wrong section and just let my wandering get the best of me in Barnes & Noble that day. Usually I stick to pretty much like my age group all the time. Not discrediting her as an educational or an educated woman or a writer or anything like that. I just personally felt with my own belief system that we're already painted as pretty much devils, and I'm not trying to be like, oh, pity sob story, but to be honest with you, a lot of the time when I tell people that I'm Wiccan, I get this look like, oh my god, what? And it's just like, oh, I wish you understood that I live my life off of this like one revolving fact: do no harm and no harm will come to you, and karma and all this stuff that like revolves right back around what you put out there, you get. And that's kind of what I live around. I don't go around casting spells that are dark, and I don't do dark magic, and I don't play with Ouija boards. The only form of divination that I do is tarot reading, and I'm trying to get into tea leaf reading. So I'm still a new Wiccan, and so that I'm pretty sure some of the older Wiccans out there, one of the more established and the more connected with their gifts, maybe could have potentially felt the same way with how things were worded with this book. I'm not, like I said, not discrediting the author, just discrediting maybe the lack of much emotion when it comes to how this particular belief system is portrayed, not only in Hollywood, but in music, in acting. And honestly, there's a lot of stuff on this very platform that isn't very positive. Now, of course, I go through and I have a selection of YouTubers that I love, and absolutely, so totally inspired. There's so many great things that YouTube does alongside spreading awareness about beliefs and history on those matters. And when something is published for such a young group of people that are coming into the world where this belief system is rapidly growing, it concerns me because of how many things are against, rather painting things in a false light. So that's all I kind of just felt about the story. The story itself, like I said, was entertaining from page 1 to the last page. The storyline itself it gripped me. It literally clawed me in and wouldn't let me go until I put the book down and it was finished. So I will say that this book overall, wouldn't buy it again myself personally, knowing what I know. But if I didn't believe what I believe, I would buy it. I would definitely enjoy it. It was one of those kind of fiction books, and this is a fiction book, that grips you and is super interesting, and you're kind of like waiting for the book number 2 to come out, but you're not sure if they are. So yeah, I just wanted to try something different for you guys, and that is my overall opinion on The Wicked Deep. Well, basically the last thing I want to talk about today is, I don't know if you guys are book fanatics or bookworms, but I am, and I have a lot of books. Thriftbooks.com, and it's basically where you can go and you can sell sellable. I mean, they have to look presentable and they can't have folded pages and stuff like that or any markings, but you can sell old books for a certain price, and you can also buy hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of books that are listed for a discounted price. I will link that for you guys below, and no, this isn't sponsored. I'm just trying to spread the goodness around because books are expensive and not everybody can go to Barnes & Noble to get brand new books all the time. When I go to Barnes & Noble to get books, it is usually for like a special occasion like my birthday or a book that I really wanted. Everything else I usually buy off of Amazon or, like I said, the thrift shop for books. The thrift book shop. Anyway, that will be below for you guys to check out. If you guys have little ones, I get a lot of my daughter's books from this site because children's books are even more overpriced, especially Dr. Seuss, especially like the classics. They are so overpriced at Barnes & Noble or even like lower stores like Winco, Safeway, Target, Walmart. Those stores still have expensive books. Sometimes they're even more expensive than the ones at Barnes & Noble. So I will say that it has saved me a great, great deal of monies. Monies. And I've also gotten some things from them too. And I've also, made some space in my closet and my bookshelves and other boxes that I've had around that just have books in them that are just not being used and could be enjoyed by a child somewhere, because when I started my book collection I was literally 9 years old, and anything I wanted from the time that I was like, I don't even know, 9. Let me know if you guys liked this style of video, if you guys want to see more like this in the comment section below. If you guys liked the video in general, give it a big thumbs up, or just smash the thumbs up, just smash it, or the bell, or the subscribe button. Have a good one, and until next time, kiss the star.